Alright, what's going on? We're back to the imagination. This crazy ass can here. The little jetpack there. But just cool little like water painting type looking can. Tangerine milkshake IPA. 6.5 alcohol in a pint. This stuff is just fucking juicy. Alright, what are we using? We are using, if you can see that, a sample of Grooming Department's Nye vegan base, and that's the Otium scent. And now this was sent to me by the Chief, Shaving with Chief, Corey, as if you guys haven't got tired of hearing about how generous he is. You know, I wish I could stop saying how generous he is, but the generosity doesn't seem to stop. So here we go again. Thanks, Chief, for the samples. Just awesome stuff that you sent along. I've stuck my nose in every single one of those Ziplocs, and damn, those are some good scents, I gotta say. So, I got some loaded up here into my Lancaster bowl, and honestly, I really like this Otium scent. I think it's great, like a nice, fresh, floral, fruity floral for the like spring and summertime. So it had like bergamot and jasmine, and let me see. I wrote the ones that I didn't know down, and I actually looked into them. So I didn't know the Mate Absolute, and I didn't know the Osmanthus scent. And so the Mate Absolute, and if you see me looking, I'm looking at my note. So the Mate Absolute, it said kind of had aromas of tea, tobacco, and hay. And when I try to put my nose to it and understand what that's contributing, I really get the tea, and I think I'm getting sort of like a green tea. Whereas it's herbal and light, but it's kind of like refreshing. You know what I mean? Yeah, and so I think that's what the Mate Absolute is bringing to the table. And then as far as the Osmanthus, that says that it's fruity floral. And in this case, again, with the florals, it almost has like these like white flower, like light floral touches, you know, and it's real nice in there, but I almost get like this peachy kind of fruitiness out of it. And that, you know, that might be some of the bergamot lending some of that sweet citrus. Yeah, but I mean, it's great. It's great. This is going to be perfect for spring and summer and just overall good weather. All right. And then we're going to be using the Blackland Vector, of course, that I bought from the Chief after he let me try before I buy, basically. With a couple more steps in between than that, but basically the Chief gave me the homie hookup, and I'm just indebted to the dude, basically, at this point. I think I'm going to have to, like, you know, mow his lawn or something. Alright, so that's what we're going to be using. I also got the Grizzly Bay brush here that has the Strike Gold Shave Hair Force 1 knot in it. And let's get to lathering before this ends up being super duper long. So I did have that soaking in distilled water. I'm getting another nice nighttime shave in, kind of like right before bed type shave. All right. You know what I was kind of surprised about with this one is that I noticed the soap base was rather firm, this Nye base. It was, a rather hard consistency, which you just don't see that often. I mean, kind of the crope has become kind of the norm. And not that a, soft soap or a hard soap really means anything to performance. It might mean something as far as kind of like the longevity of your soap and how many shaves you might be able to eke out of it. But I don't think it has anything to do with performance. And if anybody has any studies they've done on that correlate, the firmness of the soap to the performance of the soap, I would like to hear their thoughts on that. I kind of whipped up pretty nicely with just the original hydration in the brush and a little bit of water. But I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't push it just a little bit more. And I think with this addition, we might push it right into that perfect area. It's already looking pretty damn good, to be honest, but I think if I give it a little bit more whipping motion here, we might be able to bring it up to that just perfect consistency. Scent strength, I'm gonna probably say it's a 5 to maybe 6 out of 10. I do think it's prominent, and I think because of the nature of how bright kind of some of the scent notes are in here, it's easy to perceive because of that. Really nice. So I got it at least hit on the price, which might not matter to some people whatsoever, but I think it's $32 for a puck of this. So for what that is worth, definitely some luxury pricing there. All right, let's get some water on the face. Pretty damn excited to use this. So basically, the chief asked me if I had used any of these kind of latest elite bases, and I told him no, I haven't, because I kind of like to wait for the honeymoon phase to be over, like I was saying. And he offered to send me over some of the latest and greatest out of his collection. Just little samples. But I'm super grateful because, again, I get to try before I buy. And I don't care who you are, that's helpful, because even if you had the money to blow, you get to try the scent before you buy the scent, or the base before you buy the base. So even if price ain't no thing, maybe you don't want some soap that you don't like in your den, a scent that you don't like in your den. So no matter what, it's super helpful. And that thing is just caked in there. I looked at the sample and I was like, that's a little bit more than I usually use per shave. But I was thinking I only have one crack at it. So should I just do, should I do one shave with plenty of lather to spare? Or should I do 2 shaves, not being familiar with any of these bases, and kind of risk having a subpar shave because of the amount. So that's not a knock on Corey whatsoever. I'm totally grateful for the samples. I was kind of debating how I should go about it, and I just chose to put the whole sample in there because I want to make sure I have a good one. All right, here we go. Pass number 1. I got that Schick Proline blade in there. with a couple uses on it. And this vector is just so damn nice. Still can't believe that I got this in my den. It's I've just wanted it for so long, and it's just crazy that I finally got it in my den. All right. So I definitely can feel kind of the weight of this nye base. I've been talking a lot about the density of the soap and kind of how the weight or the density that a soap has, and just how much I kind of like that. So the perceivable weight, I don't think is something, you know, that I can say adds to the shave. I think the weight comes from the density that a soap carries, and the density, I think, has a direct correlation with kind of cushion and how protective a lather can be. So I kind of enjoy that density and that weight. I think it feels good on the face. It kind of feels luxurious, you know, when you just have that caked on layer of dense lather. And for what it's worth, I think the nye base was rather easy to lather out. Like you guys saw, I had the original water that was kind of in the knot, and then I put 2 additions of water after that, and I had a very good looking lather. All right, pass number 1 went smooth. It's funny, I can feel the slickness on my my hands. Crazy good slickness. Like I said, I don't like to get like way off the deep end here with kind of initial impressions. I haven't even finished the shave, but there's just some things that are evident, you know what I mean? You know when something's slick, when that slickness sticks to your hands, when your razor just glides over your face effortlessly. There's certain things that are kind of easily perceivable, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna go and give you a kind of like ranking with the percentage down to the 1,000th of a degree here, but I can definitely tell off rip that it's pretty damn good stuff. I don't do a whole lot of ranking. You don't hear me say a lot of, this is my absolute favorite soap base. You don't hear me saying that very often. Actually, you probably don't hear me saying it ever. I'll say I have a favorite artisan, but I guarantee you my favorite artisan does not pertain to the best performer, because I care more about scent offerings. But as far as this performance goes, it definitely maintains a low structure lather, but it's a high density. It just gobs and gobs. Oh, looks like a piece didn't break down. Anyhow. Yeah, this just, it kind of, it feels great to lather when they have this kind of density to it. And I'm already about need for a haircut again. I was just looking at myself in the mirror. Definitely in need of a haircut again. So I'd say at this point in the shave, I can still smell it, which kind of speaks a little bit to its complexity. I haven't went nose blind. I would say it's a degree lighter at this point, probably kind of in the 4 out of 10 area. But definitely still there to be enjoyed. Wow, this is just hitting the spot for me. I gotta be honest, I don't like the price point, and I see a whole kind of price doesn't matter cult being formed, a brigade of sorts. I definitely do not like these ever increasing prices. That's just me. I hear the points being made, and I can understand them. But that does not mean that I have to like them. These ever increasing soap prices are definitely turning me off. With that said, I do have a sample in here that was given to me that was relatively pretty inexpensive. So when I get around to using that sample, if it's of a similar high quality, guess where my money's going? Not to the high price item. It's going to go to the lower price item. So still something to be considered. If I'm going to get a good shave out of all of them, why would I pay more for the high price one? If in my book I'm rating them all within a very small margin of each other, why would I pay for the higher price one? Right or wrong? They're all giving me that luxury experience. You know, you want to talk about the experience a product brings to the table. They're all giving me a pretty damn luxurious experience. I don't think the software is taking it leaps and bounds these days past where we were last year. So, I don't know. That's how my mind works. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. And am I kind of, am I standing alone out here? Or has everybody joined the high price brigade? The never-ending, increasing price brigade. And really, I'm not hating. It's not my place to tell you where to spend your money. But I'm just kind of telling you where my mind goes when I see the price increase and never seems to stop. And then the new high becomes the new norm, and then there's the next high, and then the next high becomes the new norm. There's always going to be a market for the high ticket items. Always. Can't stop that. Nor do I really want to stop it, but because there's plenty of affordable offerings, I feel like that has to be said. Plenty of affordable offerings that give you a pretty damn luxurious experience as well. But yeah, it's not like I can't afford these. Like Jack from the Virtual Groomroom says, this hobby is full of affordable luxuries, and I think that's pretty spot on. Full of affordable luxuries. I could afford $32. I could shell that out, no problem. Why would I? If the competition that I think is on the same level as it is 26. You know what I mean? 25. 20. Why would I? I don't know. I'm going to follow up with the post-shave elixir from Lisa's Natural Herbal Creations, and this is a vegan aftershave balm. Good stuff. I definitely revisit this every once in a while. Get a nice little helping there for the neck and cheeks. So, the Nye base performed awesome. I really like the scent. I think the soap, on my first impressions here, lived up to the hype. Definitely high quality. I'm not gonna say it's leaps and bounds above some of the shit I have tried, even though I haven't tried the latest and greatest, just what's in my den. But it's evident that it is of high quality, and so now I wouldn't hesitate buying a Nye base soap. There's that. Love the scent though. Alright, and then now that I got the aftershave on, I'm gonna do a little squirt of this EDT, La Petite Prarie. So this is from Chatillon Luxe. This is an upcoming release, and this is a little, just a little sample vial that was sent to me of La Petite Prarie. So good stuff. I gave it a squirt on my wrists after I took a shower, but I'll just give it another squirt and kind of get it like that. I definitely did like it. I like the kind of tart, fruity opening, a little bit of florals going on. Yeah, I definitely need to see the full breakdown of this. I like seeing the breakdown so I can try to understand what each note brings to the party. And I try to pick them out and kind of put them where I perceive them on the spectrum. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just tell you, here are the 20-cent notes. I like to pick them out and put them where I perceive them. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so this is definitely a good one. I think when the soap comes out, I'll try to get it. Yeah, I really like it. Nice, fruity floral. I thought it matched pretty well with this. I don't know. I need more time with it to give you a full description, but definitely a winner for me. I wouldn't hesitate picking up that scent whatsoever. All right, guys. Absolutely fantastic with the Nye Otium sample, the Blackland Vector. Of course, my Lancaster bowl with the Grizzly Bay brush and the Strike-Old Shave Hair Force 1 knot. And then the Lisa's Natural Post-Shave Elixir. A little bit of Chatillon Luxe La Petite Prarie. And I think that's it. So, cheers guys. Thank you again, Corey, for the samples. And everybody, I want you guys to have a good night and some good shaves. And if you didn't notice, right up there in the picture frame, that's Nobi, the noblest of otters that don't take no shit.